Today's episode of the video is going to be about a controversial subject, sound deadening. Now, sound deadening is a butyl substance that goes on the inside of the panels of the van, and basically the theory and the logic behind it is that you have a panel that is less than a millimeter thick, and you put this paneling, which is about 2 millimeters thick, onto it to stop it vibrating. When it's only one mil thick, or just less than 1 mil thick, it vibrates very easily while you're traveling. It also will vibrate very easily when rain falls on it. So you put this butyl tape on it, on the inside, which thickens it and makes it stronger and stops it from vibrating, and therefore reduce the sound that's in the rear, either while you're sleeping and it's raining or while you're driving. The sound deadening hasn't arrived yet. I have got an SMS saying that it will be between 12:30 and 1:30 by that famous company that gives you just a 1 hour slot rather than the entire day. So up until then we'll do some tests with the hose pipe bashing water against the side without the sound deadening, and measuring the decibels, and then also take it for a drive and measure the decibels at say 30 miles, 40 miles and 50 miles an hour. And then we'll have a baseline for when the sound deadening goes on, which we will repeat the test and see if it makes any difference. Some people say it does and some people say it doesn't. I'm going to remove this cross member from this structural base. It's joined and welded at the top in 2 places and at the bottom in 2 places. So I've got to remove this by cutting it at the top and bottom, and then I'll have one long panel for the bed to meet up against. It's quite easy. This is also just glued on here, it's not welded on, so it's just 2 places. I'm going to Dremel it. Newsflash. So let's get this on. Now I'm going to do the PC thing and say, you know what, safety first. Let's do it. The next thing to do is to remove this from the tape. I could pull it, but that may dent the panel. So I have another technique which I've learned from Ash Pollard from Lost in Europe. I don't have very thick line. 48 years old and I can still bite fishing line. So I'm going to double it up. And basically, you take the fishing gut, you feed it behind the panel, and then pull it backwards. Oh, see, this is too thin. Okay, round number 2. If you don't have fishing wire, try copper wire. I don't know if this is going to work, but same theory. There we go. Now to get this off, all I'm going to do is blow it with a heat gun. Let me get a knife. Okay, I just want to use the blade of the knife. Just needs heating up so that it comes off nice and smoothly. And that's it. Goggles on again. Right, so as you can see now, this panel is now very susceptible to vibration. I'm going to clean this up now, give it a wipe down, and then this is going straight through to the panel, so it's done as before the painting. So I'm going to have to rust proof that, prevent the rust coming through, as well as where I've cut here, and then give it a good wipe down and go and do the tests. So the first test I want to do is a decibel meter test. I've got a hose pipe on the outside which I'm going to spray on the panel I've just removed that cross member from, and on the opposite side of that panel I'm going to put my phone with a decibel meter that I have downloaded from the internet. In silence, the ambient sound, or the ambient decibels, is 62. We shall now see, without the sound deadening on yet, how much it makes a noise when you spray water on the outside of the panel. Okay, close the sliding door. Let's put this up here again. Hold on. 30 miles an hour. Miles an hour. And again, road noise. I've been expecting you.
There we go. Now, pal, all yours.
Thanks very much.
See you later.
Cheers. It's arrived. I've removed the outside packaging and this is it. There's 50 sheets of this. It's quite thick and it's bubbled. Now, this stuff is supposed to go on warm so that it sticks. So the first step is to give this a good wipe with the acetone. Make sure it's clean of dust and debris and grease. So this is a self-adhesive sheet. You don't have to cover the whole panel, it just needs to be to stop the vibration. So normally this would be applied on a hot day, but it's not hot today, so I'm using the heat gun. You're supposed to have a roller, I don't, so I'm using this device I made with 2 bottle lids. So I do want to put a porthole later on in there and there, but for now I do need to put this does come off, so I should go a bit lower for the porthole. I'll do this one too. It's quite sharp. Good morning, guys. So last night I started the edit on the video, and I can only apologize for cutting my head off every now and then. I'm on my own. I don't have a selfie screen, so I'm just working through it. So I've come out this morning and used all 50 sheets. So in a long wheelbase, a whole pack of 50 sheets is just perfect. I did that this morning after waiting for the paint to dry and the glue between the panels to set, and then I did the tests. Now I went and did the test. I did the water test first and then the road test, just like we did at the very beginning, and the results were quite surprising. Have a look at the footage. It does sound quieter. Okay, let's do the same test that we did yesterday. Same route. That's 30 miles an hour. At the 40 miles per hour zone, and we are now at 40 miles an hour. We're now traveling at 50 miles an hour. There's still that road noise. Surprising, right? So you can see that the side panel was considerably better, at least 10 decibels, which is around 15% better than without. However, when on the road, I didn't see much difference. It felt different, and the whole van feels different. But the sound from the road noise, there's no difference at all. But when I shut a door, and I will show you when I end this video, when I shut a door now, it sounds solid. It's a much firmer body than it was without the sound deadening. So, although I'm disappointed, I must be honest, I am disappointed in the road noise. I am very, very surprised at how good it is with the bashing on the, the banging on the side of the panel. And I can understand why it's such a controversial subject, because there's definitely arguments for and for not. You know, £50 or £55, is it worth it? I think in the long run, with the results from the first test, I think it is worth it. I don't know what it's going to be like with insulation and what difference that will make, but you know, you now have the results and you can decide for yourself. So thank you for watching, and you know, if you did find the video very interesting or informative and you feel that your friends may benefit from it, please feel free to share it. In fact, I encourage you to share it. And if you like what you see, I invite you to subscribe below and ring the notification bell and be notified of when I upload my next video. At the moment, the uploads are very erratic, and this is just down to me being busy on other projects at the moment. But I will be turning my focus back to the van shortly and hopefully get these videos back on track. So thanks for watching and stay safe. See you next week.